Morning students, welcome back to your video lecture. Today in this video lecture we are going to start a new chapter from your book Honeysuckle. Chapter number is second. The name of the chapter is How the Dog Found Himself a New Master. Let's start reading the chapter. Dogs were once their own master and lived the way wolves do, in freedom, until a dog was born who was ill pleased with this way of life. He was sick and tired of wandering about by himself, looking for food and being frightened of those who were stronger than he. So, as we all know, that dogs and wolf they both are closely related family members, and there were times when the wolves and dog used to move freely inside the forest. Means they have full freedom. What does the word freedom means? Freedom means the power or the right to act. So as they were they had freedom, they have no restriction on them, so they can move inside the forest freely until a dog was born who was ill pleased. What does the word ill pleased means? Ill pleased means not happy. He was not happy with the way the dogs were living. So why? Because he felt that it is so tiring, and he got sick of wandering around inside the forest. Wandering, the word wandering means to move inside, here and there, aimlessly. So he didn't like the idea of moving inside the forest aimlessly. Aimlessly. Why? Because he used to get frightened of those who were stronger than him. What does the word frightened means? Frightened means afraid of. So the little dog, the newborn dog, was afraid of other stronger animals who are stronger, who are healthier than him. He used to get scared from those animals. Okay. He thought it over and decided that the best thing for him to do was to become the servant of one who was stronger than anyone on earth. And he set out to find such a master. So now what happened? The little dog decided that he is not going to live the way he is living till now. He decided, after thinking for a lot time, he decided that he would work as a helper for someone. He is going to work as a servant. What does the word servant mean? Servant means he is going to become someone's helper or attendant. So he decided that now he is going to become the helper of someone, to someone who is stronger than him, who has more power than him. He is going to become that person's helper. And what he does, he went out and starts searching for the stronger being on the inside the forest, and he wanted him to become his master. What does the master word means? Master means some owner. Okay, so the dog wanted to become the servant, and he wanted someone else to become his master. Okay, then he walked and met a kinsman of his, a big wolf who was as strong as he was fierce. "Where are you going, dog?" the wolf asked. "I am looking for someone to take up service with. Would you like to be my master, wolf?" "I don't see why not," the wolf said, and this agreed upon. The two of them went on together. So, after a long walk and search, he met one of his relatives. He met one of his kinsmen. Kinsman means someone, a relative, someone who is your relative. So while the dog was walking inside the forest, he met someone who is his relative, and this relative was not only stronger, but he was also Feisty means what does the word feisty means? Violent or frightening. Means the as you can see that the look on the face of the wolf was frightening. It was dangerous. It was something that is violent of. मीन्स आप अगर उसका फेस देखोगे तो यू विल गॉट स्कैर्ड, आप डर जाओगे उसको देख के. सो द डॉग डिड what does the dog did next he asked the dog, where are you going? So so his relative, that was the wolf, he asked the dog that where are you going? And the dog replied that he was looking for a master. He replied to him that he was looking for a master, and he said that would you like to be one? He asked the wolf that would you take me as your servant, take up a service with. He said take up a service with means become the servant of someone else. Okay, so the dog told the wolf that I am wandering around inside the forest because I am searching for someone who can become my master. And after telling the wolf that he is searching for someone who can become his master, he asked the wolf that would you like to be one? Would you like to be my master? And the wolf agreed on this, and they both went together. Together means they both started walking inside the forest. They walked, and all of a sudden the wolf lifted his nose, sniffed, darted quickly off the path and into the bushes, and crept deeper into the forest. The dog was surprised. What's come over you, master? He asked. What has frightened you so? Can't you see there's a bear out there, and he might eat up both of us, you and me. So while the wolf and dog was walking inside the forest, after walking a long distance, suddenly the wolf sniffed. What does the word sniff mean? Sniff means उसने अपनी नाक को ऊपर उठाया and मतलब उसने सूंघ कर ऐसे कुछ डिटेक्ट करने की कोशिश की. He sniffed through his nose and he moved quickly. He started moving quickly and he crept inside the deep inside the forest behind the bushes. What he did, he went on, and what he did after he sniffed, he started walking slowly. The word crept means moving slowly and carefully. After he sniffed something, what he did, he started walking towards the bushes. Bushes means पेड़ों के वो छोटे छोटे जो ग्रास होते हैं उसके पीछे छुपते हुए he started walking slowly into the forest. And the dog was surprised that what is my master doing? So he asked the wolf that what are you doing, my master? Why are you so frightened? The word frightened means, I have already told you, frightened means आप क्यों इतना डर गए हो? He asked the wolf, and the wolf answered that can't you see that there is a bear standing right there, and if we would walk towards him, he might eat both of us. So we should be quiet and start to move slowly into the forest without making any noise. Okay, so the wolf was scared from the bear, and the dog was unable to understand this behavior. So he asked his master, what was affecting you so much? Then the wolf told him that there is a bear who might eat them. So they both and then he asked him that we should stop making noise, and we should move into the bushes without making noise. Quietly we should escape from this situation. Okay, seeing that the bear was stronger than the wolf, the dog decided to take up service with him, and he left the wolf and asked the bear to be his master. The bear agreed to this readily and said, let us go and find a herd of cows. I'll kill a cow, and then we can both eat our fill. Okay, then what happened? On realizing that the bear was stronger than the wolf, the dog changed his mind. He changed his mind that as the wolf is not stronger, he changed his mind that now he is going to leave the wolf and stay with bear. And he left the wolf and turned to the bear's side. He asked him, master, he asked him that the bear that would you like to be my master. He asked the bear, would you like to be my master? And the bear agreed easily. He didn't make any objection on that. He agreed on being his master, and he suggested him that let's go and search for a cow. Okay, so that we can kill the cow, and we both can eat the cow and fill our stomach. So the bear said that let's go, move inside the forest, और कहीं पे काव को हम ढूंढते हैं, एंड वी बोथ वुड किल हिम, एंड बाद में हम उसे मारकर खा जाएंगे. ओके. They walked on and soon saw a herd of cows. But just as they were about to come up to it, they were stopped by a terrible noise. The cows were mooing loudly and running in a panic in all directions. So what happened, as both bear and the dog, they both saw that there are some cows standing there, standing far from them. Then they both were moving towards them. What happened next? That they saw that the cow were moving means the sound that the cows make. Okay. And it was a terrible noise. Terrible means horrible. Terrible means horrible means बहुत ही अजीब सी, बहुत ही अलग अलग सी आवाज़ें थी. In a panic, और वो जो cows thi, they were panicking and they were moving into all direction. They were walking from here to there. Okay, they were separating in all direction with making noises, and it was a terrible sound. After walking some distance, they both noticed that the group of cows are standing there, but as they tried to approach them, they were stopped by a horrible noise, and the noise was made by the cows. They were moving aloud and were running into the all direction, and they were why were they moving into the all direction? Because of fear from something. Okay, so next, moving forward, the bear looked out from behind a tree, and then he too ran hastily deeper into the forest. Now, why did I have to come here? Said he to the dog. It is the lion who rules the forest in these parts. The lion? Who's he? Don't you know? He is the strongest beast on earth. Well, then, I'll say goodbye to you, bear. I want a master who is stronger than anyone on earth. So the bear looked from behind a tree and started running quickly into the dense forest. He started running quickly inside the forest, and he told the dog that this part of the forest was ruled by a lion. So why I came to this part, I don't even know. And the dog asked from the bear that who is he? And then the bear told him that he is the strongest beast among the world. He is the strongest one on the earth. And then the dog was surprised to hear this, and he immediately said to the bear that goodbye. Now that I know you are not the strongest one on this planet or in this earth, I don't want you to be my master. And he quickly immediately asked the bear that I am not going to be your servant anymore, as I want someone who is stronger in this earth to be my master. So what does the word hastily means? It means hurriedly. So as the bear saw the lion, he hurriedly started moving into the forest, deeper into the forest. He went to the other direction where the lion was not there. And what does the beast means? Animal means someone who is animalish, बहुत ही ज़्यादा जो beast जैसा हो. Okay, and behind means in the back side of something. So the bear was standing behind the bushes, sorry, behind the tree. Okay, now let's read the next part. And off the dog went to ask the lion to be his master. The lion agreed to it, and the dog stayed with him and served him for a long time. It was a good life, and he had nothing to complain of. For there was no stronger beast in the forest than the lion, and no one dared to touch the dog or offend him in any way. So as we all know that now the dog has left the side of bear. He is now living with lion. Now the dog has turned to the lion and requested him to be his master. He went to the lion and he asked him that please accept me as your servant. And the lion happily accepted him as his servant. And the dog started staying with the lion. He started serving him, and for a long duration of time, for a long time, they both were enjoying their life. They felt good, enjoyed, they both were enjoying themselves. He had not, and the dog has nothing to feel bad about or anything to complain of. And as he was with by the side of lion, there is no one who wants to, who dared means to dared means they don't have to be brave enough to do something, means they don't have, the other animals, they don't have the courage to come up to the dog and do anything to him. Why? Because as he was the servant of lion, and no one wanted to offend him. Offend means upset or annoy him, whom they anyone inside the jungle, they didn't wanted to offend the dog or even the lion. Why? Because they were afraid of lion. But one day the two of them were walking side by side along a path that ran amid bare cliff, when all of a sudden the lion stopped. He gave a great roar and struck the ground angrily with his paw with such force that a hole formed there. Then he began to back away very quietly. What is it, master? Is anything wrong? Asked the dog, surprised. I smell a man coming this way, the lion said. We'd better run for it, or we'll be in trouble. Oh well, then I'll say goodbye to you, lion. I want a master who is stronger than anyone on earth. One day, what happened, as they both was walking side by side at which together, walking side by side, they were walking together. What happened as they were moving towards the cliff? What does the word cliff means? Cliff means a rock, means high. कोई बहुत बड़ा पहाड़, उसके किनारे तक जब वो पहुंचे, what happened? The lion stopped there and he gave a great roar. Roar means उसने तेजी से गुर्राया. And he उसने अपने जो पाम है, यानी जो अपने हाथ है, नाखून, उसके पंजे जमीन में गाड़े angrily, means he गुस्से से he did that. And he started moving backwards very quietly. He started moving back quietly. And after seeing this, the dog asked him that what happened to you, master? Why are you where are you going? Why are we silent now? Okay, so then the lion told him that a man was coming their way, and that they must run away, because if the man saw them, he might do something to both of them. So after hearing this from the lion, the dog said to him that goodbye. He said that goodbye, As you are not the strongest man on earth, I am not going to be your servant anymore. And he decided that he is going to leave the side of lion also. So at the end of the story, what the dog did, he went to the side of the human being, who, and he decided to be his faithful servant, be his loyal servant. Loyal means someone who is faithful to you. Okay, now the dog went to the side of man, and he stayed with him, because his he is true friend of him, and he became the most trusted person to a human being. And till now also, dog is known as the most faithful, the most loyal servant to his master. And whoever he is with, the dog is truly a faithful servant to that person. Till today, dog is the most faithful or the most loyal animal to his master. Okay, so what happened at the end? The master whom the dog chose was a human. He decided to be the master. He decided to serve human as his servant. So from start at the start of the story, he chooses a wolf to be his master. Then after wolf, he choose a bear to be his master. After bear, he chooses a lion to be his master. And at the end of the story, the dog decided that now he is going to serve a man as his loyal servant. So I hope you have all have enjoyed this lovely chapter, and this was the chapter reading session. Thank you, and I hope all of you have liked this chapter.